Everybody, welcome to the Raw Life Health Show. I've been eating a raw vegan diet for many years. I interviewed many other people who have been eating this way for a long time. It's very possible to eat a raw vegan diet and be successful, but the reality is not everyone's successful at eating this way. And the problem is not what they're doing; it's what they're not leaving out. See, health doesn't begin with what we add to our diet. It begins with what we leave out. If we leave the processed food out, leave the junk food out, it gives our body the best possible chance to work as efficiently as possible with what it has to work with. And too many people are doing too much damaging stuff. See, the reality is, and I say this all the time, is everything has nutrition in it or nutrients in it, but the waste that's left over from those nutrients that the body has to work to get rid of. That is the key. When we eat the foods that have the least amount of waste left over after our body's gotten the nutrients, that's what's going to give our body the energy to deal with all the things it needs to deal with and to thrive. So, for example, you could take a piece of meat and you could take an apple. So, people might say, well, meat's a complete protein, meat has the essential fats we need, and meat might be the ideal food. Whereas an apple might have the minerals you need and some vitamins you need, but it's missing too much. So that's the average thought of people out there today when it comes to nutrition. But what they don't understand is how much more work your body has to deal with, not only in getting any nutrients that are found in meat, but in getting rid of the excess waste that's left over from the meat. Whereas if you eat an apple or an orange or something else, there's so much nutrients that gets into the system so quickly and so little waste left over that's usable waste, like fiber, that's going to help clean the body of any debris or anything else through the fiber and sweeping the colon, that it's the ideal food and the food we were designed to eat and designed to consume. Now there are a lot of people out there that are getting on these so-called carnivore diets and are eating a lot of meat. Some of them are eating exclusively meat and they're getting away with it for a little while. But what they're doing is they're creating stress on their body and on their organs, and eventually it's going to catch up with them. I'm the first to admit there's many other factors to our health other than nutrition. But when it comes to nutrition, the key is, and I've been saying this for years and I say this now, is giving your body the highest quality food and giving your body the foods that take the least amount of energy to get the nutrients out of them while leaving the least amount of waste left over. And that would be fresh fruits and vegetables. If you're eating raw, ripe, fresh, organic fruits, vegetables, they're going to give your body the most nutrients that are going to be easily able to get from that. And then to the little amount of waste that's left over. So I say picture your body like a juicer. And this should make sense to people, but people just don't get it. Your body is the world's best juicer. And if you look at a juicer, if you put an orange or an apple or something in a juicer, it comes out very, very slow. It comes out in a juice form very smoothly, and it's great. And all the fiber and whatever the pulp that's left over, if you're eating it in a whole form, the body can use that as well. But we're looking at how easy the body's going to get the life-living nutrients that come from that juice that came from that fruit or vegetable. Now, if you put a piece of bread in the juicer, you're not going to have a good time getting any liquid out of that. If you put a piece of chicken in a juicer, you're not going to have a good time getting any nutrition from that. So you're putting yourself in a situation when you eat bread and chicken and things like that of giving your body the least amount of nutrients while using the most energy to get nothing. And that's the problem people have today. So the majority of foods that I live on, or I live on 100%, the foods that are behind me are all these fresh fruits and vegetables, and I'm desiring to get the highest quality of them. So I'm trying to grow them myself here, and I'll show you a little clip of the different foods that I eat on a regular basis. And as I learn more about the exotic foods, and you can get a lot of these foods through the mail now, and it's not that difficult. When I first started eating a raw vegan diet many, many years ago, the internet wasn't as popular, and there just was not enough information and not as many people out there who've been eating this way yet. So a lot of uncharted waters, so to say. But I did seek out the people that were doing this a long time. I interviewed them in my books. I got to be friends with some of them, good friends with some of them. I learned the things that work, the things that don't work, and I've been applying to my life the last 27 years, and I feel amazing. Absolutely amazing. But I'm also wise enough to understand that there are other things in life like stress, lack of sleep, and cell phones and other things that can create toxicity in the body as well. I'm not just somebody that's focused on diet alone. I'm very much into exercise and fitness. I think that's extremely important. I know there are some people that have been eating a raw vegan diet in the past that have failed, and I think they weren't looking at the non dietary things that when it comes to health, like these things I'm mentioning here. But I think if we could take all these things into consideration, it's very possible to live a long time when we consider the spiritual and emotional wellness as well as our physical health. And we can do this. And I'm here to help you do this. Put your comments or questions below if you have any, and let's do this together. So here's a clip of some of the foods that I eat on a regular basis that I love. Until then, everybody, have a great day and a great raw life. Hello, everybody. Here I am in my beautiful yard, and I'm eating a nice breakfast here of star fruit that's right off my tree. And it's so delicious and juicy. It's like to me, a special flavored watermelon. It's so good. It's a mango. This is, just to give you an idea of the many different varieties of mangoes that are out there, this one's called a lemon zest mango. Lemon zest mango. It's called Mamey Sapote. Mamey Sapote is amazing, but that's a lychee.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.